What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Kpop Kimchi podcast, your number one podcast for girl groups and Girl Planet 999 with the number one fanboys. I'm your host, Justin Turnell, with my co-host, Brian Limper. And today was a big one, folks. We had an elimination.
We finally had a first live elimination because we watched a lot of previous survival shows, but they already took place. So we wanted to live it in person.
We lived
it was happening.
We lived it. We certainly did.
And if you want to experience living it with us, we are going to upload our reactions to the eliminations on YouTube. There's a special video for you later on.
So go check that out. Go check the YouTube. See if we laughed, cried, we're happy.
See all of our emotions.
All the emotions came out.
And what it's like being hardcore elimination fans, seeing an elimination for the first time.
How did it feel?
It was actually pretty intense.
Felt very intense.
I thought about it like for the whole week. I was like waiting for it. And then like today came. I'm like, man, I'm so excited.
I was so pumped the whole day. Had to remind myself not to hit the spoilers.
Oh yeah, I got one group spoiled for me on accident.
Yeah.
Like literally like what? What I tell you, like
you
maybe,
said it was like 30 seconds.
It was like 20 minutes before you came over to watch the show, so I went all day, literally almost whole like freaking 24 hours, and I didn't get it spoiled till the last like 20 minutes.
Nothing made me. I was already nervous, but then nothing made me more nervous than you texting me and be like, "Oh my gosh, I just saw a spoiler and it's horrible," and I was like, "Oh my gosh, that could be anything. That could be anything."
I guess personally, it was like we'll get into it, but it was like two people I voted for every week, but I don't really think in the long scheme of the show they were too important to who we wanted in the group.
Yeah,
so.
They're
more like personal favorites than actual people who were in the group.
That's pretty much like I got one thing spoiled this morning, and that's pretty much what it was. It was someone just I liked from the beginning that I knew didn't really have a chance, so I didn't get my hopes up. So I was just like, okay, it was just like the inevitable, but still sad.
Because out of both of the ones I liked, I thought there was one that had a chance of maybe making it closer to the end of the show.
Yeah, true.
But she didn't, surprisingly.
Yeah. I agree.
How did you feel watching it?
It was definitely nerve-wracking. Certainly lived up to being like an elimination show and being dramatic. I kept having to like remind myself as we were watching it that this was not the last one.
Yeah, I know.
Because it's like so stressful and dramatic. It was fun. I mean, it was fun. I think because of like the overall outcome of what happened, I'm happy with it. I'm really happy with it actually. Like it was good.
I was thinking too, maybe it's a little more time to sink in. But for some reason, when it comes to these elimination shows, nothing really just tops the nerve-wrackingness of when we would watch eliminations on Produce 48.
Yeah.
Even though I already knew who was getting eliminated. Yeah. Well, I mean, I know who's in the final group, but I didn't know who was getting eliminated and what elimination
time,
episode.
Yeah.
But man, when we used to watch those
were intense.
Also, if you guys can't hear, it's like pouring outside right now.
Yeah, it sounds awesome. I'm so stoked to go out and drive home. But anyway, yeah, you're right.
Those were, these were pretty intense, and it was like it lived up to it. But I don't know, something about the ones that Produce 48 were like,
I think
super intense.
Like this one, there was a lot going on. It was super intense. It was stressful, but at the same time, I feel like I wasn't super, super shocked about a lot.
I feel like I was more shocked at what level certain cells or group or members were ranked in, but not that they were actually
made it. So like that's why like overall I'm like, oh, I can totally see why pretty much like all these people are here. I'm not like, I don't know, but like you said,
really coming down on it.
I'm so of course.
Hopefully it'll be done by the time we get done. But I mean, it's like I can like hear it.
Yeah, it is. It's coming down real hard outside. But yeah, I think I agree with you. Like, we kind of had a feeling who would be there, but the number of where they were was what was surprising. It was fun, though. I mean, it was cool, and you can, again, go see how we reacted to it on our YouTube.
Oh, yeah, we'll post that. I've got something to do today, so it'll probably be up to either Sunday or Monday. But
yeah, eventually.
But before we get into Girl Planet time, we have our monthly draft update.
Oh, yeah. We know the fans are waiting for that.
I know everyone's super hardcore into figuring out that. And for the first time ever, ya boy, Farraw, got a first place with all these transactions that I made. And I was overall number one this month with 160.5 points. You were in 7th with 26, but you really didn't drop or pick anybody up.
I probably need to pay a little more attention.
Jonathan, who's not with us anymore, He's not dead. He's just not in the chat
Kind of just left the group.
He
did well though.
144 because NCT Dream had a lot of stuff that came back.
That's awesome.
And he also had some show wins. And the boys came back, and the boys did pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, also, for anybody who's wondering how I got so many points, it's because I picked up Somi and Yumbi, and they both did pretty good. Mainly Somi did pretty good. And she had some show wins for me, so that helped.
Yeah.
Third place was Zeg because of Luna and Red Velvet coming back.
Tough.
And TXT came back, too, and they won a couple show awards. He's actually done, for not doing great in the actual draft, he's doing really good on show awards.
He's come on strong the last couple months.
Marcus was 4th. Arceus was 5th, literally behind Marcus by 0.8 points, not even a whole point.
That's tough.
Mangos is 6th with 95.4. You were in 7th at 26, and Josh was in 8th with 16. Because he really didn't have anybody come back, but that's okay because he has BTS.
Yeah, he's still dominating.
So, that's August. I won that one. And then overall, the rankings are Marcus is number 1, Josh is number 2, Arceus is 3rd, you're 4th. Zeg is 5th for being dead last for the longest time. He's actually doing pretty good.
No, he's killing it now.
He's actually not that far behind you and Arceus.
Yeah.
I'm in 6th place. Jonathan's in a close 7th, and then Mango's in 8th. It's because Mango has groups that come back, but they just don't put up crazy numbers.
Yeah.
Like Summy did pretty good. Golden Child did okay. Shiny did all right. Mamamoo got that 1.5 million views.
That's tough.
But yeah, so there's your August update for fantasy for anybody who cares. It's been a long road, but I'm glad I could finally clinch 1 month and still be 3rd from last, almost 2nd from last.
Dude, nice.
I know.
Worth it.
That's the thing, though. The people I picked up will eventually probably have to change because who knows how many more times Somi and Yumi are going to come back.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good question.
I do have Purple Kiss coming back here in a little bit. It also doesn't help that when I picked up Eyes One as my number 1 overall pick, and I think it's the second or third pick.
Yeah.
They combined for a solid 11.3 points. So that's a hurt. That hurts.
Tough in disbandment.
Yeah. It's a rough one. And Wu was really just sticking it out there for me with their 1.1 points they got me. Purple's a banger, and they got 1.1 points. It's super disappointing.
It was a great song, though. Great song.
What you gonna do? How you like that?
Yeah, heard that enough.
Return to the law. But, now that that's done, normally we'd accompany that with the random videos we'd watch throughout the month, but maybe we'll do that later. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's girl play at a time. We also listened to some comebacks from last...
We did. We sprinkled them throughout.
Yeah, the last couple weeks. We'll probably listen to one here at the end of this one, too, so there you go. But, now back to the main meat and potatoes of the podcast, which we all came for. The episode 5, Girl Planet 999, review elimination episode. So, the way it worked is all the girls were there doing whatever it was they were doing. And then they had the cells. Everyone, they're in these cells we keep talking about.
Yeah.
I guess it made a little more sense the way they explained it.
Mm-hmm.
Although, honestly, not really with the whole
it did, but it didn't.
Thing.
Yeah, it did.
I thought there'd be more girls that had another chance, except for the ones that they picked, but whatever.
Yeah.
But they went off the cells, and they picked, I guess, whichever cells got the most votes, and then added their, I guess, what was it? If they got 2 times the votes or 3 times the votes?
Yeah.
Now, what I didn't understand was, like you said, was it individual votes plus cell votes, or just the cell votes that got them into the final?
I feel like it was just the cell votes.
It's kind of weird.
And then, all the individual votes just would have dealt with the top 9.
So what if you were the number 1 and number 2 person in the overall votes, but your cell was dead last in votes, you just didn't go?
I guess it's just not how it works. I don't know.
That wasn't made very clear, to be honest with you.
I really did not know because it didn't make sense. Because for the initial rankings, it was all about the cells because all the cells were the ones that made it in the top 17.
Because they were saying earlier in the episodes too that if your cell did poorly, you could still get eliminated even if you did good.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. But so the cells they announced. There was 17 of them, and of course they started with 16, went to 1, and then announced 17, which is dead last because they love to give those people the slightest glimmer of hope of still not being eliminated.
Yep.
That's more
That's
important
how it
than
always-
being number one.
No, it really, like, being the last one in is...
more important
They always have it be the last one they show.
So, it was weird because when the little Planet Master dude, would give, I guess, before he announced who was going to be in the final, cell ranking thing, he'd like give you like riddles, like, oh, this person was in this, or they did this at the debut stage, or they were the leader of the group, or they had the main killing part.
Right.
So it came down to like 2 or 3 people, and you didn't know who was going to be.
And like everyone like kind of knew, but you didn't because there was a couple people they had to choose from.
Like I just want to know who reviewed all the tapes to come up with these riddles to give him to make
I don't know. He had the most cue cards I've ever seen.
It was like extremely specific, but it always like wasn't narrowed down enough to pick one person.
Yeah.
I don't know. But the first group that made it in at 16 was Bora, Luffy, and Hana. Which wasn't surprised because everyone was really hyped on Bora the last couple episodes.
Yeah.
And she did really good in the, what was it?
What did they perform?
Was it the Oh My Girl song?
I think so, yeah.
And
her and Luffy did well in that.
And she's pretty popular because she's from Cherry Bullet.
Yeah.
Next, at 15, you had Jongmin, Yale, and Yaka. I honestly don't know who any of those people are.
Not really sure who they are. There was a couple groups here. I was like, okay, these people made it.
Then you had Liang Jio, who's one of those twins.
Yeah.
Haiwan and Manami. Really, the only one I know out of that group was one of the twins, and then she was just super sad because she wanted the other twin to make it. Spoiler alert, she didn't.
She did not. They split them up.
Then at 13, you had Chuck Ying, Chaeyeon, and Ririka. Not really sure who they were either. I mean, like, I've seen them do stuff, but I'm not, like...
Right.
Compared to the people I mainly follow, I don't really know. Also, like always, apologize for the terrible pronunciation.
Yeah. It's a staple of what we do.
I'm working with what I got, you know? Then we had Chi, Jiwon, and Moana. Yamayuchi Moana.
Yamayuchi Moana.
Who's actually one of my favorite people. All 3 of those people I voted for every single week.
That was a good sell.
It's actually a pretty power squad right there.
I was happy to see them get their spot.
Then at 11, we had Ziggy, Mia, and Katone, which I'm not surprised they made it because everyone's super hyped on that Mia girl, the little one from Pretty You.
Oh, yeah.
And they all were in that group. Yeah. They all killed it, so I'm not too surprised they made it.
They earned it. I mean, they did well in that.
Then we had Chin Wei, Ye Young, and Reina. So there's a couple ones where they have come down to them in another group, and I was kind of surprised they made it, and that's one of the groups I was surprised that they made it.
Yeah.
Then you had Tammy, Woo, Kim Daeon, and Miyu. Now, not surprised that all the Daeon made it, because every week they like try to gas her up so much.
Number 1.
To make her still be like the number 1 pick. Because ever since she was number 1 in the thing, she's just fallen down the rankings super fast.
But still number 1.
But they're still trying to hype her
every
up.
single episode. It's like, well, she still was number 1, so.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. But they did make it. They made number 9.
They were originally in the running to be number 10, and we were kind of surprised they didn't make it. And I'm like, oh, maybe they don't make it. But then they made it number 9, and I'm like, oh.
And we're like, oh, of course. Even better.
Then you had everyone's number 1 enemy, Fu Yaning, with Suyeon and Shauna. I mean, that's actually a pretty good group. I'm not surprised that they made it.
No, I wasn't surprised either.
Then you had Neon
Sue.
And Bayihi and Shiona. Not surprised because also it's like 3 in the morning right now. I'm powering through these pronunciations. I also completely forget that you can see it on the screen. I don't know why I'm reading off of this.
Honestly, surprised that somehow they weren't number 1 because everyone else was surprised either. Seems like the number 1 favorite of everyone.
And if you don't know, that's the one that her brother's in TXT. That's why she's famous.
The coattails. But they were number 7.
Then you had at number 6, Zian, Doa, and Rusako. Not surprised Doa made it.
That was just one that
everybody knew it. Even the members of
we just knew it was coming. It was just like, when is Doa going to make it? Because they kept her cell got teased a lot for a lot of the other numbers. I swear, from
all the girls that already made it, like, oh, it's Doa. It's going to be Doa.
Like 14 up, I was like, oh man, Doa sometime. And then there's number 6. I was like, okay, that's fine. Like,
and then Rayon was like crying because she made it. And like, yes, Fanatics.
we knew she would be in there somewhere.
Then number 5, you had Yemen, Chaehyun, Ayana. I honestly don't remember. Is Chaeyoung the girl
from SM?
That's what I always forget who she is.
I think that's
she's
it.
the one from
yeah.
SM.
I'm pretty sure. People like her. I've seen like the mock drafts of the 9, and people have her in there, and I'm like, okay, whatever, do you?
Then we had Shingcho, Yeso, and Mashiro. Yeso's one of those ones I definitely knew was going to make the group or the top. It was just a matter of when.
I was nervous because I didn't think they would. Because they kept teasing like her and Doa, you just like didn't know, and then it just kept like getting less and less and less, and I was like, oh, maybe this is like the big drop or the big elimination. But they made it number 4. I was like, okay. I thought she would be like a lower one, but I mean,
then we had the guaranteed top 3. This is like a given. You had Ruki, Ji-yoon, and Hikaru, which obviously they were going to make it.
Yeah, that's a given.
Then you had Xiaoting, Yurina, and Youngin.
That's
I definitely knew they were going to make it.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you had number 1, which was Taibing, Yujin, and Mei, which...
Yeah, I mean, those top 3, we were not surprised at all. They made it, like, dramatic to see who, like, the final top was and everything, but, I mean, we kind of knew, so...
Then after that, you had the Planet Pass, which apparently is chosen by the Planet Masters.
The judges.
So originally thought maybe you saved one girl from like each of the elimination pods, because that's the way they like explained it. Like you could go get redeemed.
That's what I kind of thought.
But apparently, out of all the girls getting eliminated, the rest of the pods, I think it was 45 girls.
Yeah, like something like that.
There was one girl picked from Korea, one picked from China, and one picked from Japan by the Planet Masters to basically form like another little outcast group of survivors that had another chance to win.
The 18th cell that could make it, like the mystery 18th cell.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. They had a big thing about the 17th place because that's the big thing.
Yeah,
and it came down to Gia's group and Wednesday's group, and they made like a huge thing about it. And then Gia,
17,
Mocha, and Shinyu both made it. It never made a big deal because it was like Wednesday's birthday, and she got like eliminated. She was like bawling her eyes out, and everyone was super sad because it was her birthday.
That was a happy moment.
But
that was a happy moment.
Well, that one was a sad moment because that's when they got eliminated. Next is a happy moment because when they picked the Planet Pass, they picked Ruin for, I believe she was a Chinese member. Hiram was a Korean member. Oh, no, sorry. Ruin was a Japanese member.
Wednesday is Chinese.
Yeah, so Ruin was a Japanese member. Hiram was a Korean member. And then Wednesday got put in as the Chinese member.
Yeah.
And then that was a happy moment because it was a birthday and everyone was happy. They all sang happy birthday.
They all sang happy birthday as she was still bawling her eyes out from getting eliminated. Now crying even more because she's back.
So she ended up getting her heart broken and then getting it healed back together in like the span of like 2 minutes.
And getting told happy birthday. So it was a lot of emotions for that.
It was a real... It was funny because she's like the blankest look on her face the whole time.
I wasn't really sure if she was happy or not. She kind of just kept staring and had like tears in her eyes the whole time. So I was like, I guess you're good.
Yeah,
the Planet Pass was pretty exhilarating.
But essentially they just used those 3 picks to make their own little group.
Yeah, they had like the last cell.
But also, then spoiler for next week's episode, they like disbanded the cells and they make the new cells. Probably,
which I'm like, totally we saw that coming.
Because one group is some of those powerhouse.
Some of those cells are way too strong.
But, I mean, hey, that's good drafting.
It pulled a lot of people through the first round.
But after you had the first round of splitting the cells down into the little top cells, I guess. What is top 17?
Yeah.
Then you had them actually going and picking the top 9. I guess this is where individual votes counted.
Yeah. That's what they said.
And number 9 was Kim Chaeyeon, which is the girl from
SM.
Then number 8 was Kang Yeso. Number 7 was Taibing. Number 6 was Ruki, which I honestly thought she was going to be a lot higher.
Same.
So I was kind of surprised by that.
That was surprising.
Then you had, which is weird, number 5 was Mashiro. I don't even know what she did the whole time, to be honest with you.
That was like, at least with like Chaehyun, I've seen people be a fan of her in multiple places. But Mashiro, I had no idea. And she's at number 5. I was like,
and she finished over Taibing and Ruki, which I was like, I for sure thought they were like top 5, top 3 maybe.
Yeah. Top 5 for sure, but Mashiro number 5 was surprising.
Number 4 was Yujin, which is also surprising. Everybody was so shocked because they definitely thought
they didn't even know if they should clap or not because she didn't get number 1.
Because everyone thought she was number 1. Literally every single person in the whole building thought she was number 1.
I thought she was number 1.
Number 3 was Hikaru, which surprisingly she wasn't number 1.
Yeah, after Yujin didn't get number 1, I was like, it's definitely going to be Hikaru.
Then it made
since she was the Planet Masters number 1.
And she was like number 1 going into the thing for China. So, I mean, or for Japan.
Yeah, she's a lot of number 1.
She was number 1 for a long time.
Yeah.
And then you had the top 2 battle, and both these people were from the same cell. It was a huge thing, and everybody thought it was going to be Xiaoting, because she was like, also number 1 for
China.
For China. She was like a number 1, just super powerhouse the whole time. She did good.
Really solid, yeah, really solid.
And she got number 2. And the number 1 person coming out of the ashes after not getting any screen time, having very little parts, was
seriously
Kawaguchi Yurina.
We were so happy. Happiest have been a long time. We were overjoyed.
If no one was if Yujin wasn't going to be number 1 and it wasn't going to be Ruki, I wanted it to be Yurina.
Oh, 100%. 100% after Yujin, I was like... But that was one I was like, once Yujin didn't have it, I definitely didn't think it was going to be Yurina. Like, I knew she'd be there somewhere.
I thought she'd be like number 3.
Yeah, I did not think she was going to be number... I definitely thought Hikaru was going to be number 1, but the fact she got number 1, we were so pumped.
Everybody was shocked.
Yeah.
Everyone was just as shocked she was number 1 as they were Hikaru was number 3 and that Yujin was number 4.
Yeah.
So even like the members of the show were shocked at the outcome of what happened.
But from what they said, she dominated the voting, the individual voting.
Oh, yeah.
She had like...
So was she like number 1 in like 83 countries
different countries. She beat Xiaoting by... I don't remember how much it was, but it was a good amount of votes.
300,000.
Probably 300 to 400,000 votes. She dominated. I was so pumped. I was like so happy that she made it.
She deserved it. She's the best.
I mean, coming into it, because she kind of had smaller parts and like limited screen time for like the middle couple episodes, I was like, man, what if they just try and do like a devastating blow and like eliminate her cell or something? So this obviously was a nice turnaround from that, since she's literally number 1.
Dude, no,
it was awesome.
That cell's so stacked.
Yeah, it's really good. They literally have the 1 and 2 person.
They had a 1 and 2 person, and the other girl that they have in the group was like a top 9 candidate too.
The whole time.
The very first time she was like one of the top 9.
Yeah. No, yeah, she was in there the whole time. Yeah, it's a really stacked cell.
And honestly, out of the top 9 people, we didn't have the right order, but
would we miss 2?
We only got 2 of them wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, we did really well with our like guesstimations.
Because Chaehyun, we put Bora in.
Yeah.
Was it last week or 2 weeks ago? It was last week, right?
I think so.
And then instead of Mashiro, who I don't even know how she got in there.
Yeah, that was like the big one. I'm like, I couldn't even have guessed this.
We had Doa.
We had Doa, yeah. Mashiro, no idea.
But that's what happens when you leave it to the fans to vote. Anything can happen.
Apparently the voices were heard, and she was number 5 too. Better than Ruki. Sure.
And we both said that if this ended up being like the group itself right now, I'd be okay.
I'd be 100% cool with it. I'd actually be very, very happy if this was the final group.
I'll take a Chaehyun and Mashiro to get the other 7 members in there.
Oh, I would, if you got like a lifeline of like, do you want to continue or like take the money right now, or like, I'd be like, okay, deal. I'll just take the money right now.
Here's the other thing: if you
it's all the people I like.
If you take those 2 out and it's just 7 people, I don't even know who the other 2 people I'd care to put in there.
Yeah, exactly. This group's really great. Like, I mean, it pretty much has all my favorite people in it already. So
yeah, you got those 2 freebies. So
and then those can be people that I can learn to like more.
It's kind of like
eventually when they debut.
It's kind of like in my Magic decks. There's 100 cards.
Yeah.
And out of the 100 cards, there's always like 2 or 3 spots or flex spots in case I want to try out different cards.
Yeah, yeah.
This is pretty much what it is. It's like there's 7 guaranteed spots and there's 2 flex spots.
Yeah,
kind of like fantasy football.
It really is. I mean,
you got your guaranteed starters and the 2 people you just sub in and out when you need help.
You just like whoever is in there, you just hope that it works out. But yeah, I mean, pretty much all this group are people I really, really, really like. So I'm cool with it. We'll see how long it we'll see if it stays like this. I have no idea, but if it did end today, I would be very happy with the final.
And honestly, I'm kind of happy for the Chaeyoung girl because she's seen so many SM groups debut.
Yeah.
She hasn't got to debut.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, I don't remember her doing anything impressive enough to keep her in the group.
Yeah, I don't really remember either. I have seen a lot of people put her in their like mock top 9s, and so she has fans out there. So that's why, like, when she was number 9, I was like kind of surprised, but I was like, okay, whatever. Again, Meshiru had no idea. No idea. But
just take her out and put Doa in and we'll be good.
Dude, that's a dominant force of a group. Like, I don't know. I mean, I think this group is pretty much as like close to perfect as it can be without like being perfect.
Now that I think about
honestly,
it, Eugen's pod's pretty stacked too because both of them went except for May.
Yeah. I mean, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Like, put Jiwon and Doa in there instead, and there you go. I don't know. I mean, it's really good. Don't want to get too greedy, so I guess we'll see how it shapes up moving forward.
But hey, 7 out of 9 is pretty good.
Yeah, I was happy with it, man. I was happy with the elimination. Like I said, it was really dramatic and really thrilling, but at the same time, I wasn't like super surprised about a lot because we know the girls that they're kind of focusing on, and most of those girls made it.
Let's see. I'm going to go look up right now our ranking things, and I want to see how many we actually got right on the thing.
I think we definitely got 7, right?
No, I mean, we got 7. I just want to say in order-wise of how I put it.
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not really sure what that would be.
I want to see what the order is real fast.
So I definitely am not sure what that would be.
I wonder if we got any of them right.
I'm going to guess no.
I feel like you probably have to get at least one.
Maybe Hikaru or something?
Let's see.
Maybe Hikaru.
I'm about to match them up with what I got here. Number 1, we had Ruki, but that was wrong.
No.
Let's see who else we had. Number 2, we had Eugen. That was wrong. I still can't believe that she was so low.
Yeah, 4? I don't know.
3, we had Taibing. No.
Wrong. We're like flipped around the wrong way.
Yeah, I know, right? Number 4, we did Yeso. Man, not even close.
We are stinking it up.
Number 5, we had Hikaru. Oh, dang.
Nope.
Man. Number 6, Do. Well, she wasn't even
6
there.
is, yeah.
I feel like by the end
7
she'll
Kaibing? Did we get Kaibing right? Nope.
Number 7, we had Baiyi.
We went with the hype pick.
Everybody was really surprised she wasn't in the top 4.
They thought she was going to make it. She did not.
Because number 8, we had Bora, which is not right.
And we definitely did not have Cheon as our 9. So.
Yep, so...
All right. Well, we didn't get one right.
Right.
We got
Let's go.
7 people, but that's all wrong for the spots.
Hey, we'll take it.
Dude, that's a good guesstimation.
We will take it. But yeah, elimination episode was pretty intense.
It was fun.
It was hyped up to be honest with you.
Yeah, I thought it was great. It was a couple hours. Definitely made it as dramatic as possible.
But a lot quicker than the original produced.
Seriously. Yeah, I wasn't like... They had a couple actually really great, like, kind of in between like rest video things of the girls doing like fun stuff, and they had like a fashion show, kind of like to change the pace up for the episode. But yeah, it was a good episode, and those were really cool things. Just seeing the girls like have fun and do goofy stuff and whatever. I mean, it's kind of funny going from that right back to eliminations, but it's cool. Cool kind of change up. It was a really good episode.
Eventually, when we get to the end of these eliminations, we start getting down to the nitty gritty. I'm just gonna have a heart attack.
Yeah, I mean that one was already pretty stressful, and I feel like we kind of knew the outcome of most of it. So I can only imagine how much worse it's gonna get. It's gonna get bad.
I don't know, but yeah, let us know what you guys think of it. Who you expected to make it and didn't make it? Because the one that was a spoiler earlier, Dion. I thought she was going to make it.
I thought she was going to make it too.
My girl, Dion, and Rome.
At least in
both my 2 favorites I always voted for. Neither of them made it.
I definitely thought Dion would make it, like, the cell part, you know.
I thought
she had a ton of screen time.
Into the top. Because they followed her for a long time in a lot of them.
She had a lot of screen time. I don't know if that's just, like, them trying to hype her up for when she debuts later.
Oh, yeah. So now that she's not going to be in this group... If the indication of the TikTok from Starships is, telling us anything, she might debut in this group coming up with Eugen and Wanyang. So
I think that's definitely a good...
I feel like that's a pretty good trade.
Pretty good trade-off if she doesn't make it in the Girl Planet group. That'd be pretty sick.
Also, speaking of debut groups, Bugaboo is about to debut. A-Team's group that I've been waiting for like 3 years.
Yeah, They're done doing dance covers.
It's my girl Yoonchae's time to shine. The teasers are looking real weird right now.
Yeah, I don't really know what to expect, but they are doing something.
You know, at first I remember thinking that name's kind of weird, but then I realized it's like spelled like bug, then a capital A, then boo, and their name's A-Team, so that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it has some meaning, like, it's probably that. That's probably what the meaning is.
Yeah,
so.
I don't know. But, yeah, look out for that. That's cool.
Yeah, we always support the new groups.
Speaking of new groups, we're going to listen to this Luna song because I haven't seen the video yet.
Just like,
it's called Not Friends.
Not Friends, that's like, the DJ guy made it, and it's just sung by the girls from Luna, like...
And it's just like the ultimate odd eye circle we always wanted with Eve, Kim Lip, and Jin
This
Sol.
might be...
And then they added Heejin.
This might be my favorite song of the year because, which we've said it before, if you were an avid listener, it is the Odd Eye Circle with Eve, which is what we wanted. And then for me, they like added my other favorite member in Heejin. So it's like the ultimate Luna subunit right now.
I've never heard it, so...
Oh, I love it. So good. The video is really awesome. Like, no lie, it might be my favorite thing of the whole K-pop year so far.
Look at Kim Lip
Just
being a bias wrecker.
beast.
Look at Eve.
Eve is just the go. Just welcome to Odd Eye Circle, Queen.
I know, right? Can we just see it?
This is literally like my favorite thing ever.
Can we just get this concept of Luna members to go face head off with WJ's in the Black?
Oh. It's just that concept, which is like my favorite thing.
There's so many guns.
Dude, they murder so many people in this. They're like John Wick.
I've seen that they've shot a bunch of people. They're like smoking aces out here.
They
you ever
really
seen
are.
that movie?
Yeah.
I'm amazed as much gun violence is allowed in K-pop movies.
You know, I was kind of surprised by that too.
Kim Lip, you are
like literally
gorgeous.
just point blank. Just death.
Right now, I want this group and the Black to switch concepts and do covers of each other's songs.
Dude, it would work. We just need to make that super team.
Can that just be a group?
They'd be my favorite.
Just those 8 members.
Dude, look, just
and I
like
want them
blows
to,
them away in the face.
I want those 8 members to just group together to take on the newly formed group from Girl Planet. Oh my gosh, you're fighting.
Even kill up or just...
They really just love doing donuts in these music videos.
They do.
Because weren't they doing the same
Is it really
thing
you
in
driving, Eve?
Is she even have a driver's license? So are like 2 of them good and 2 of them bad?
I have no idea. I think they're all just trying to kill each other.
Huh.
And it's working. Or just kill us.
It's working. Wow.
This is one of those ones I literally watched it one time. I was like, yep, favorite thing. Look at you just blowing all these people away.
She's like playing an arcade.
Just so many dead bodies in this one.
This reminds me of that time that CLC went and made that another level.
Oh, yeah.
What a great song.
It's so, like, nice and kind of chill, too.
It is.
Seriously,
I thought the beat would be a lot harder, but it's not.
I thought it was, too, but then I heard it, and I was like, this is perfect.
Is this part of the lore?
It's so nice.
Look how happy she is.
Just killing all those people in teacups.
Wow.
Mm.
Which part of the Lunaverse is
that? Was
Zach, which part of the Lunaverse is that?
That was the best.
You're right. Now it's just time to watch the new Promise 9 come back.
Got to close things out with a little bit lighter note.
For anyone who doesn't know,
like
Promise
25
9
people get shot in
got
the face.
picked up by Pledis, and Pledis is trash. But I guess they're signed to this Hype label, which is like a subsidiary of Pledis.
Hypey? Hypey?
Hype, yeah, I guess.
Who knows?
But they're also the group that's picking up members right now to like make this group with the old Eyes One members.
They're just like rounding all the teams up. They're
So
just getting all the people they can.
After years and years and years of driving girl groups into the ground, they're apparently just trying to... Oh, this is just like a continuation of...
This song is great.
Oh, it's awesome.
This video is great too.
This is a continuation of their other song they had. What was that called?
We Go?
Yeah, that's it. We Go. G1's just G1. It's awesome.
Go off, Gary, with your blue hair.
Dude, the Flover Apartment.
Flover Apartments.
Oh, man, let's go. Look at G1 and her beautiful dark hair. Look at Hyung not having bangs.
They all have landline phones.
That's real surprising here. G1's like taking a bath with like a towel on. What a completely different vibe from the last song we listened to.
Oh, I know. You really need this one to make yourself cleanse of the last one.
Also, I'm freaking in love with Soyeon's short bob blonde hair.
So nice.
Oh my gosh.
It's so nice.
How are you jumping on a landline? Like jumping down?
Shoot, I don't know. And she breaks through the freaking floor.
The song's just like so bubbly and fun. This is such a promise song.
It really is.
Look how good everybody looks.
This is like what we like to call vintage K-pop.
It really is. This is vintage promise.
Promise 9. Really putting together just great career now.
I don't care what anybody says. DK and Glass Shoes are superior promise songs. If you disagree, come fight me. Do you know what song I was listening to? Well, I listen to it every day now, but whenever it comes on, I'm like, this song is just a freaking banger, and that's Dum Dum.
It's a great song.
Oh, dude, it gets stuck in my head every day. Look at this even line distribution, folks.
I know, can't complain about that. This isn't Everglow.
We have no go-ons here. Man, what a great look.
Yeah, her hair's really, really cool. Such a nice change-up.
Whoa, something on fire.
She's just bad at cooking.
Classic. Man, outfits on point.
This is just vintage.
G-Sun's really
just makes me
happy.
happy.
A buy striker spot.
Seriously.
She's finally getting it. Look at Jiwon being an angel. Dude, all the clips of her from that one like reality show thing are so funny.
Oh, great.
Just her being wild, like always. Twerking it out. Every comeback, I'm like, now I know why G-Sun won.
Yeah, seriously. She is the champion of Idol School. It's funny to think that they came from Idol School.
I know, right? She also has a leg up because I watch all her ASMR videos all the time.
She is really like an ASMR professional.
Look at Dog's hair. I wish it made like a whole like little mini EP thing.
Oh, I know.
Their like B-sides are always so good.
Promise is great. They'll just never get the full respect they deserve.
Everybody stand
Promise.
22nd Century Girl. I love that song. Should have been a title track. Put them on my tombstone when I die. All the songs are just so fun and colorful.
They really are. And they're all like nice and unique in their own ways.
Oh my gosh, that's the best.
Talk and talk. With a great video. Really good video, too.
I also tell...
12 million views, let's go.
I tell you this all the time, but whenever I see anything from them or they print out anything, I'm like, why are they not my ultimate group?
I don't know,
like,
man. I ask myself the same
why
question.
Why is G1 not my ultimate bias?
I'm not sure how Fromus isn't my favorite group of all time. I mean, they're very close to it, but
we've seen
why
so
not
much
number
content.
one? Fromus is the best.
Speaking of great songs that get stuck in my head.
Holiday Party's always stuck in my head, like
banger.
every single day.
Zanger. And Dum Dum.
Dum Dum's a great song, too.
It's just so catchy.
It really is. They've had good songs recently, past like month or so.
True, very true.
We've had some good comebacks, but
yeah, it was fun. That's a review.
That's review.
Comment on our, well, I guess you can comment on our, or on the podcast.
Comment on something.
Comment on something. Tell us what you think about it, because I'll put a post on Instagram and I'll put the YouTube video up.
Yeah, be sure to look out for the reaction because it's going to be the best.
Yeah, watch the reaction video. It's going to be great.
yeah, check out YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, any social media. I don't know. It's
I
late.
think this is episode 98. We're 2 episodes away from 100.
2 episodes away from 100.
Also, we're like, what is today? 4th? We're a couple weeks away from our 2-year anniversary.
We're almost there. Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think about it. Just so locked in on Girl Planet, I'm like, well, kind of forget about all the other stuff.
Man, 2 years.
Yeah, I know, right? That's crazy. And through the rumor mill, before we go, we heard there might be another survival show.
Oh, yeah. Somebody, I think it might have been Arsis in our chat, sent us something saying that there's another survival show girl group thing coming out here in a little bit.
So we will
cover that.
We'll definitely cover that because, honestly, covering Girls Planet has been a blast.
And that's really what this podcast has come down to because we just love the elimination shows.
I'm about it. I'm all about it. So if there's another one, we'll probably do that too.
And based on all the listens we get, everyone else is too. So
yeah, it's nice to be up to date. It's nice to be cool and hip for the kids out there. But
tell us what you think.
Tell us what you think. Let us know. It's bedtime. It's 3:40 a.m.
I gotta wake up like 4 hours.
I know, right? Hopefully it stopped raining. But we love you guys. I'm JT Swagral. We'll catch you guys next week with some more Girl Planet. Peace.
Peace.